Welcome back to the center of it all. Now behind me may look like an ordinary house, but once you walk through that front door, you'll notice some of the creative features it has to offer.
The CoSpace is an intentional community of change makers. So 20 people, half guys, half girls, designers, engineers, different religions, different races, all under one roof, trying to live and work together to drive positive change in the world. So they come in sophomore, junior, senior, all the way up to 8 people in their 30s. And they're here for about 1 year, some people 3 years. We take them on retreats, we invite in guest dinners, we have an Airbnb with cave shower and stalactites that come down. So our goal here is to inspire community and action to make the world a better place.
There are 20 spots total at the house, but only a couple people leave each year.
So if half the house leaves and it's all guys, we're looking for just guys. So it's very important to maintain a healthy family. It's almost like you always need a mom and a dad, a fun-loving brother or sister.
Around the house are different displays and boards that the tenants can use to show what they are working on and ideas they want to explore. Each person also gets their own bobblehead with their picture in it.
So it's very hard to capture what everyone's curious about, passionate about, what they're working on. So over the last 5 years, we've had about 100 people through already. So in order to capture all those stories and projects and initiatives, we develop our own app, journal, and different action boards throughout the home that at any point they can check in, update what they're curious about, what they're working on, what they're looking for, and that way they always have a current standing and understanding of how they can help each other with their current projects. That just takes care.
Every month, the house has a pitch dinner, and everyone gets together and each person shares what they are working on. Then the house votes on one person to be awarded $100 to help fund their project.
That takes all sorts of different forms. So we've seen this outside of Before I Die wall. So they've manufactured like a 10 foot high by 10 foot long Before I Die that they cart around at different events. People just kind of openly write what they want to do before they die. We've seen beehives inside the home. We have 50,000 bees in a cedar octagonal like shape that's like tiered and like modulates and pipes them inside and outside. So then they started their own startup company. They're selling them out in California right now. They've gone through 5 accelerators. We have rock climbing walls down our hallways. We have a free library outside. So it takes all sorts of different shapes. We, as landlords, it's really exciting and energizing to actually allow young people and just passionate individuals to use the property in a variety of ways that traditionally it's can't do that, that might not be safe. So we guide them to make sure it'll be okay. But as you go throughout the home, there's just all sorts of wacky features that you would never expect.
Their goal is to help young people live safe, positive lives and to provide them with the necessary tools to make a change.
Out of the 100 people, there's been a handful that didn't have great family cultures or like just never had a place they say, that's where my home is. And I think that's where, even if it happens once every 10 years, knowing that person knows what that finally feels like and they're going to go somewhere and recreate that, that's always the biggest value out of all this.
Once a month, a group hosts an open potluck brainstorm where community members think of ways to make Center County a more vibrant place to call home. This month, it was held at the CoSpace, and the theme was town and gown relations.
I have a lot of ideas, but they can only be operationalized when we get in groups like this, because the ideas that I have can only be enhanced. We've had programs in the Highlands neighborhood where I live, where we pair permanent residents with fraternities, and that's worked out well. But we were just talking today, one of the underserved populations of getting together with people are senior citizens. And oftentimes they're either in retirement communities that are on the peripheral areas of the neighborhood, or there's seniors who are living alone. And this would be an idea that would be a great way to enhance community togetherness between the students and permanent residents.
Peg believes the students' youth and energy is what makes them so revitalizing to live with.
Most of the permanent residents who live here want to live here because they love to live around the students. And I think it's a misconception that people don't like students.
Groups at the Potluck Brainstorm formed groups and thought of creative ways to bring these two communities together.
It's an individual thing that we all have to work together to be good neighbors, whatever our age is.
If you want to live in the CoSpace, you can apply online at cospace.com. For the Potluck Brainstorms, if you want to get involved, their next meeting is October 30th, and the topic will be reimagining faith in communities. Coming up next, Mel is making a delicious pizza.